Today we're going to be doing a beehive. So I'm going to be doing a wreath with a bee, and I thought it would be super cute to put a beehive in it. So before they went away, I grabbed one of these jumbo eggs from the Dollar Tree. If you can't find this, you could use a planter as well, but I'm going to use this just because it's a great shape. I'm just going to separate it. I'm only going to use a part of it. Okay, so I'm not going to use the bottom, I'm going to use the top. Okay, and then the other thing I'm going to use is a piece of the foam board. Okay, so I'm just going to set this on the foam board and we'll draw around it and then we're going to cut it out. I like to have the bottom covered, so I'm just going to grab a pin, go around it. Okay. I love using foam board. It's super easy to use. You can make a lot of stuff with foam board. So I want to make sure that the size is going to be right before I cut it out. Looks like it will. Okay. All right. Now you can do this with an Exacto knife as well. I'm just going to use my scissors. There we go. Okay. Now I'm just going to make sure, once again, that this fits. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Okay. So I can actually kind of fit it in there. Let's see if I can fit it in here. I might have to trim it just a little bit. But I can actually glue it. So there's a couple ridges here, and I can actually glue it so that it'll kind of be on the inside. Okay. Let's see if we can trim this off a little. Okay. Okay. I'm kind of trimming a little at a time just to make sure I don't over trim it. Okay. Okay. I just want to be able to cover the inside. Okay. There we go. Pretty close. Just to trim a little bit more. Okay, let's see if we can fit it in there then. It's a little bit easier if I can get it to fit inside. Okay. There we go. I just like to have the bottom covered. This isn't something that you absolutely have to do, but I do like to do that. I'm going to put some paper on my table just so I don't get glue on my mat. I normally use a glue pot, but for a project like this, I'm going to use my glue gun. So I just have a Sure Bonder glue gun, and I love my little holder for it from SWAT, Susie's Recent Things. What we're going to do is we're going to take the nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so there is a piece that has a little bit of tape on it. Tape off. Take that tape off. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from the bottom and I'm going to glue it all the way around up to the top. So see, I just go all the way down to the bottom and press that in. Okay. You do want to glue it periodically going around. Okay. So you're just gonna go right along that edge and you're gonna glue it all the way around. Now the bottom layer, you do kind of want to glue a little bit more than the top, just because, you know, this is where you're starting everything from, so you want it to be pretty secure. While I'm waiting for my glue to heat up, I'm just going to use a little bit of glue from my pot. Okay. There we go. This is fine to start out with, but when you're really working on it, it does work a little better if you have just your glue gun. So having a glue gun is just as important as having a glue pot, although you can use one or the other. I have both. So I like to use the glue pot because when I'm doing things like flowers and things like that, it's faster and I can really manage how much glue I'm using, and I can reheat my glue, so I really save a lot of glue. With a glue gun, it does tend to waste the glue a little bit more, but in some projects it just is more useful. Okay. So you see I have to keep going over to get some and then kind of paint it on, which is fine for the bottom because I really want to be careful and cautious with the bottom. But once you get past this layer, you really want to be using a glue gun. Okay. And my glue pot is just an electric skillet from Walmart. And this is a silicone . And this is a silicone spatula. Okay, there we go. So we got all the way around. All right, so now we're just going to keep going up. So I'll just kind of start going up a little bit. Now we're not going to have to glue it as often. So we just want to put a little glue here, glue it down, and keep going, okay? One thing you can do when you're working on a project like this, Lazy Susans are the bomb because you can spin it without having to keep moving your piece. Okay. So every once in a while, I'm just going to stop, put a little glue on it. Okay. There. You want to keep it pretty taut. So we're just going to keep going all the way around doing this. You're not going to use a ton of glue. So this nautical rope is made of jute. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm coming to the other end that has the plastic on it. I mean the tape on it as well. So I'm going to take that off. So that just keeps the rope from fraying. But when you glue it down, it should be fine. And what you can do is you can glue one end that you just stopped with to the next one you're starting. All right. So you can see how it's looking so far. Very cute. All right, so I'll put just a little bit along there and right on the edge of that. And then I'll take this and I will glue that piece right to the other one, just like that. And then I'll start going again. Okay. This is a very easy and simple project to do and turns out so cute. Anything that kind of has a dome shape is something you could use. You can also just kind of create a dome shape using the wire, using the rope. Okay. You just want to keep doing the exact same thing, going all the way up, adding in the new ropes as you need to add them in. The big thing is just to make sure that you have it tight against the last row and just continue going up. So on the very top, you just roll it until you get all the way to the center. Then what I do is I just trim it off. And I'll put some glue down in here. And I will push this last little piece down in there. Just to kind kind of top it off. There we go. Just like that. Now look how cute that is. So for the beehive, you're gonna need a door. What I usually do is go around and see a place that probably would be like where there might be a bump or something. There's a little tiny bit of a bump right here. So that's what I'm gonna make the door. So I have 6 ropes on here. I'm gonna open one more to make the door. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. Okay. What you're going to be doing is making an illusion of a door. So what you do is you just create a little opening like this. Okay. About like that. So this is about 3.5 inches. Just kind of trim that off. Okay. Now, here's your choices. Okay, you can take black felt, which you can also get from the Dollar Tree. If you don't want to go through this, you can simply use a black marker and just paint it. So, I need about, let's see. I'll cut like a 3x3 piece here. This out. I like to do felt because I feel like it just gives a little bit of a cleaner look, but you can do marker, just plain old permanent marker. This doesn't have to be perfect because it is going to be covered by the rope. So I'm just going to get some glue on it. Ooh, hot. And put it right on. Do you see how you just put the little belt on? Okay. Make sure the edges are down. Now you're going to be putting the little opening over this, so that is also going to cover part of it. You can see. So I'll start just going around this with my little rope here. I'm going to make a little entrance for our little bees. Now you can make this part as big or as small as you want. It's really up to you. There's really no right or wrong way, but look how cute that is. Okay, now just like on the top or around, we are going to glue these 2 end pieces together. Okay. Look how cute that is. Okay, so to go with this, we're going to make a couple cute little things. Okay. Oh, we're also going to have to put our bottom on. So after I get it done, now if you were going to set this on a table, then all you have to do is put the bottom on, and then you should be good to go. Just like this. Okay. So I'm just going to glue it in there. Let me try it first. Yeah, okay. So all I want to do is put a little bit of the, and just kind of let it drip down like that. I want it to kind of naturally drip down. What I do is the yellow. You can also get, oh my gosh, here they are. You can also get ones that have glitter in them. So there's just a ton. So I just want it to kind of drip down. Like it has some honey in it. Just like that. See, isn't that cute? You could put it around the sides or all down at the bottom, but I just thought that would be really cute. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video.